Money is one of the most important aspects of our lives. It affects our happiness, health, and freedom. How do we save more, spend less, and invest better? How do we achieve our financial goals and dreams? In this video, we will explore 3 main principles of money rules that can help you answer these questions and improve your financial situation. Let's take a look at them. The first principle of money rules is about saving and spending. These are the rules that can help you control your cash flow and avoid living paycheck to paycheck. Here are some of the most important ones. 1. Live below your means. This means spending less than you earn and avoiding unnecessary debt. For example, Alice is a software engineer who earns $80,000 a year. She lives below her means by spending only $40,000 a year on her essential and discretionary expenses, such as rent, utilities, food, transportation, and entertainment. She saves the remaining $40,000 a year in her savings account, emergency fund, and retirement plan. She also avoids unnecessary debt, such as credit cards, car loans, or personal loans. She tracks her income and expenses using a budgeting app and reviews her budget every month to see if she can save more or spend less. She also avoids lifestyle inflation, which means she doesn't increase her spending as her income grows. By living below her means, Alice is able to save more money, reduce stress, and prepare for emergencies. 2. Prioritize needs over wants. This means differentiating between essential expenses and non-essential desires. For example, Bob is a teacher who earns $50,000 a year. He prioritizes his needs over his wants by spending only $30,000 a year on his essential expenses, such as mortgage, groceries, bills, and gas. He saves the remaining $20,000 a year in his savings account, emergency fund, and retirement plan. He also spends some money on his wants, such as books and vacations, but he limits them to $10,000 a year, or about 20% of his income. He differentiates between his needs and wants by asking himself if he really needs something or if he can live without it. He also plans his spending on his wants in advance and sets a budget for them. By prioritizing his needs over his wants, Bob is able to save more money, enjoy his life, and achieve his financial goals. 3. Budget and track your expenses. This means creating a spending plan and monitoring to identify areas where you can cut back or optimize. For example, Carol is a nurse who earns $60,000 a year. She budgets and tracks her expenses by using a 50-30-20 rule, which means she allocates 50%, $30,000, of her income to her needs, 30%, $18,000, to her wants, and 20%, $12,000, to her savings and debt payments. She uses a budgeting app to record and categorize her transactions and reviews her spending every week. She also analyzes her spending patterns and identifies areas where she can cut back or optimize. She realized that she was paying too much for her cable and internet, so she switched to a cheaper provider and canceled some of the channels she didn't watch. 4. Automate savings. This means setting up automatic transfers to savings accounts or retirement plans to ensure consistent saving. Automating savings can help you save money without thinking about it, build an emergency fund, and invest for the future. To automate savings, you need to decide how much and how often you want to save. You also need to treat your savings as a fixed expense and not touch them unless absolutely necessary. The second principle of money rules is about building wealth. These are the rules that can help you grow your money and achieve financial independence. Here are some of the most important ones. 1. Invest your money. This means putting your money to work in assets that can potentially increase in value over time. To invest your money, you need to learn the basics of investing, such as risk, return, and diversification. For example, David is a lawyer who earns $100,000 a year. He invests his money by putting $15,000 a year into a diversified portfolio. He also reinvests his dividends and capital gains, which means he uses the income from his investments to buy more investments. He also diversifies his portfolio to reduce his risk and increase returns. He allocates 50% of his portfolio to stocks, 25% to bonds, 15% to real estate, and 10% to index funds. 2. Invest your money now. Investing your money can overcome inflation, earn passive income, and achieve your financial goals. You need to start investing as early as possible and stay invested for the long term. For example, suppose you have $100 in your bank account. You can either keep it in the bank or invest it in the stock market. Let's say the inflation rate is 3% per year. Now, let's see what happens after 10 years. If you keep your $100 in the bank, you will have $110.46 after 10 years. But the things that cost $100 before will now cost $134.39. So, you can buy 18% less with your money than before. If you invest in the stock market, you will have $259.37 after 10 years. So, you can buy 93% more with your money than before. 3. Pay off debt. This means clearing high-interest debt that can damage your finances, such as credit cards or payday loans. Paying off debt can help you save money on interest, improve your credit score, and free up your income. To pay off debt, you need to list all your debts and their interest rates, and then choose a debt repayment method that works for you. Making extra payments when you have the chance to accelerate your debt-free path and celebrating each accomplishment, big or small. 4. Increase your income. This means looking for ways to earn more money, such as by taking on a side hustle or starting your own business. Increasing your income can help you save more money, pay off debt faster, and invest more money. To increase your income, you need to assess your skills, experience, and passions, and then identify opportunities that can help you leverage them, such as freelancing or selling products or services. The third principle of money rules is about mindset and habits. These are the rules that can help you develop a positive and healthy relationship with money and achieve financial success. Here are some of the most important ones. 1. Think long-term. This means having a vision for your financial future and being patient with your progress. To think long-term, you need to set SMART goals, which are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, my goal is to save $50,000 for a down payment on a house in the next 5 years. I will use a budget app and check my bank statements every month to track my savings. I will save 20% of my income every month and invest it in a low-risk portfolio. This goal is relevant to me because buying a house is my dream, and it will provide me with stability and security. I will achieve my goal by December 31st, 2028. 2. Learn about personal finance. This means educating yourself on financial concepts, investment strategies, and risk management. For example, Sarah is a recent college graduate who wants to take control of her finances. She educates herself on financial concepts by reading blogs, books, webinars, and podcasts. She begins investing with low-risk options and explores different investment options. She consults a financial advisor to create a plan that suits her risk tolerance. She also builds an emergency fund and learns about insurance options to protect herself from unexpected events. 3. Avoid impulse purchases. This means not buying things you don't need just because they are cheap or you see them promoted. Impulse purchases can ruin your budget, increase your debt, and clutter your space. To avoid impulse purchases, you need to have a shopping list and stick to it. You also need to implement a cooling-off period, such as 24 hours or 30 days, before buying anything that's not on your list. You also need to unsubscribe from marketing emails, unfollow social media influencers, or avoid browsing online stores or malls when you're bored, stressed, or emotional. 4. Live a simple life. This means focusing on what truly matters to you and avoiding chasing material possessions. Living a simple life can help you save money, reduce stress, and increase happiness. To live a simple life, you need to declutter your home and get rid of things you don't use or love. You also need to adopt a minimalist lifestyle and only buy things that add value to your life. You also need to practice gratitude, generosity, and mindfulness, and appreciate the things you have and the people you love. Remember, these are just general guidelines, and the best money rules for you will depend on your own individual circumstances, goals, and risk tolerance. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and please share it to everyone who might need this message to inspire. Let me know what you think about it. Please leave a comment below. I'll see you next time.